Yesterday, as I was falling asleep, I was just thinking about all the things that I need to improve on or change in order to 10x the goals. Right now, I'm reading 10x easier than 2x, and you have to change so much. You have to change 80% of the things that you're doing. You have to become a completely new identity and a new person to actually achieve what you want to, achieve on the 10x level. And one of the big insights that I've had is like, I was getting a little frustrated. I was like, damn, like, why am I not making the progress that I want to make? And I realize it's not what I'm doing in the business, like during the time that I work, because there's things that can be optimized there. But at the end of the day, I'm always improving, I'm always doing the work, I'm always pushing the needle forward there. It's the time that I spend outside of work, like what am I doing there? There's definitely moments where I could be a lot more productive. And I'm not trying to be like this sort of toxic productivity person, but like there's a difference between ending work and then reading a book to wind down versus binge watching Netflix or movies. Like I think one of the big things that I focus on is, or I will start focusing on, is that as soon as the work, is done at the end of the day, I gotta shift my habits. And it's not just like eliminating habits and that's it. I have to replace the habits because there's no point in just eliminating habits, because if there's nothing in place, you're gonna end up regressing and filling it with the old bad habits that you have. Because what else is there, to put in? It's gonna be too much effort to go and start a new habit. So what I'm gonna do is swap the habit of, work is done. I go on and start binge watching YouTube, which I'm just gonna call myself out. I'm like on Twitter right now. I can't tell if you see this. I'm on Twitter right now. Just doing my engagement stuff and whatnot to just grow the brand. But I have YouTube on in the background as well. But I got to change my default state here to prioritize things like listening to podcasts, taking notes on those podcasts, reading books and taking notes on those books, journaling, meditating, whatever it is. Like, I'm sure that high level executives, like 8, 9 figure earner people, they don't just like complete work and then kick their feet up and just binge watch stuff. Like, sure, over the weekend, that's fine. I'll, let my hair down over the weekend, let myself completely recharge and do what I want. I won't put too much pressure on myself. But during the weekday, like I got to be locked in. And that's one of the big shifts that I realized, and it's been going under the radar completely, is how am I spending my time outside of work? So swapping this habit, replacing my default state with, instead of opting for YouTube, Netflix, whatever it is, opt for a book, opt for a podcast, meditate, do things like that, go for a walk. Fuck, like it's just so simple. It's like these little shifts, but it's gonna have such a monumental like resistance in my mind. I know that for sure. And the thing is though, once again, I just gotta prioritize making those changes little by little. So yeah, that's just one of the things like I've realized is that if you truly want to grow and you want to hit that 10x level, you have to change your identity. You have to change the way that you do things. You have to, step outside and make yourself uncomfortable, because you have to act in a way that's deserving of those results. Again, how are 8, 9 figure earners acting on their on time and off time? My on time, of course, I can still learn and leverage things more and prioritize on leadership and high level activities. I'm getting there. But my off time, I've completely ignored it. It's like a free for all where I'm just doing whatever the hell I want. And that's another thing too, is like, again, I will jump to YouTube and whatnot. And same thing with like when my girlfriend comes home from work, it's like, okay, let's watch something as we eat. Like, no, instead, why not just eat at the table and just chat, talk about our day, talk about different ideas. Like it's just like, now that I realize this, now I'm so aware of it, it's just bizarre that I do this, that I just completely disconnect. And I'm just completely avoiding being present in the moment and letting those ideas percolate, letting my mind just settle and actually exchanging the ideas with someone else. I mean, in Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, he even talks about like, you don't need to pay thousands of dollars to join a mastermind. Just talk to your parents, talk to, your significant other, talk to your friends, exchange ideas. They may not agree with you, but at the very least, you're seeing the devil's advocate of it. You're seeing the opposite perspective of it, which is not only going to give you a different perspective of, okay, this is what I should be doing, or this is how I could be doing things, but it's actually going to cement your beliefs even deeper, because it's going to create an even stronger argument in your mind, and you're going to be able to disprove what other people are saying. Like, what I'm trying to say here is, you're not going to be believing everything that you're seeing. You're going to be able to develop and shift your thinking based on outside feedback. So yeah, there's really no loss here. I'm honestly kind of like blowing my mind with what I'm just saying right now, which is kind of funny, but yeah, like that's a big insight that I had, is just you got to change your default state. That's really it.